Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tracy's Weekend Review. I am Tracy. We've got a unusual show today, and I'll explain a little bit more of what I mean. Um, I have a lot of bills to pay here, and you're probably going to see me with my blanket on because I've got the air conditioner like cranked up, and it's a little chilly today. So, pardon, but I'm not turning it off. I can't stand the heat, so I'm not going to turn it off. I'm just going to put like a blanket on my shoulders, and we're going to just go with that. Um, but I'm going to get some of these bills paid. Let's start off by asking to subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel. Subscribing literally costs you nothing. I am now at 366. So that is 600 and some number away from 1,000. Subscribe. It's free. Make sure you hit that notification button so you know when I'm going live. But subscribe. That helps me to get to my goal of 1,000 subscribers. Support me on Patreon. Patreon support starts at $2 a month. If there's 4 weeks in a month, that's 50 cents a week. 50 cents a week is, I don't know how much a day. Again, math was not my strong subject, but you get the point. If there's 5 weeks, that would be 45 cents, 40 cents a week if it's 5 weeks, but most weeks have 4, but you get the drift. Your support on Patreon helps this channel to keep going. Visit the official merchandise store where you can buy t-shirts. Hopefully someday we'll expand to mugs and tote bags and all of those good things. But right now you can order a t-shirt and those monies go towards helping this channel to pay for services. By all means, please join the Tracy Media mailing list. As I stated yesterday, I'm probably going to stop doing a whole slew of announcements because I have so many. I'm going to put it in a newsletter format. And the only way you'll know about it is to subscribe to my newsletter. It is free. It comes out. It's going to be the 15th of every month. That means June the 15th, we'll have an edition coming out. I will not sell your name to anyone. But join the mailing list. Follow us on Facebook. All you got to do is go to facebook.com. In the search box, type in Tracy Media. You'll see a picture of me. Click the like, and you'll be able to follow me. Still looking to podcast on Rumble. Follow the channel on Blue Sky. And next to last announcement, help us to get 50 likes and 35 shares. That helps us to fool the algorithm. And we need to increase that because, again, the more people that see us, the more people that are likely to like us. And final announcement. Mark your calendars on Saturday, September the 20th at 7 p.m. I am sponsoring a channel fundraiser. The goal is to raise $700. The first 600 will go to StreamYard, definitely. I had said the other 100 would go towards a website. I'm just going to do the website myself and just take the loss for that because we definitely need a website. And I was going to buy the web domain, and I'm going to do it. I promise I'll have that web domain next week, but I'm buying it today, but I'll announce it next week. It's been a week. It's been a week for us. So help us to do that. Like I said, 600 of it goes towards StreamYard charges. Tickets are just $25. You got time enough to save. I promise. It's going to be an evening you will not forget. So get your tickets now. So what are we going to talk about today? I want to talk about Black fatigue. I want to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene to the rescue. Can't even believe I'm saying that. I want to talk a little bit, and I'll probably talk about this first. Biden's diagnosis of cancer and how the left is responding a way that I'm just like, yeah, we got to stop this. We got to stop this. Well, we'll definitely talk about that, and definitely because I'm a football fanatic, and this particular podcast is just a podcast until August the 30th. I think that's our last episode. Whenever that August the 31st is our last episode, because this podcast is just on till the NFL season starts talking. The schedule was released. So I'm definitely going to talk about that. I'm going to run down my team schedule, talk about who it is we play, talk about why I'm looking forward to December the 22nd. So yeah, it's kind of an unusual show. We got serious, and we got football, but hey, that is what I want to talk about. So I want to talk about black fatigue. Oh, and comment. If you're watching live, go ahead and comment, please, so that at least I know there's somebody watching. Thank you. And I want to talk about black fatigue. I thought when I heard there's videos about black fatigue, I thought, they're talking about black people that are just tired of fighting the struggle, tired of being discriminated against, tired of being denied loans, tired of being injured or killed by the police. That's what I thought black fatigue meant. Apparently, it means, and this doesn't apply to all of my white brothers and sisters, but apparently there are white conservatives complaining about black people. And they're real bold. I'll give them this. They're real bold about their complaints. I can't share videos because, again, YouTube doesn't like me to share videos. But like I said, I heard about this last week. Let's see. I'm trying to bring up an article so I can read it. And I'm not going to share either because I'm afraid they'll probably take me down. Okay, so I'm looking. Black fatigue.
I've just now to see that the word.
Well, like I said, I thought this was one thing and it totally ended up being another. I guess these conservatives that are oh, wait a minute, I got something on my eye there. Sorry. I guess they're tired of, our celebrations, our happiness, us wearing bonnets in public. We really don't care. I'll say guilty. I've probably worn bonnets in public. It's no big deal. You don't like it, don't look at it. I don't say anything when some of y'all come out with pajamas on. I mean, literally pajamas and no shoes. But hey, just me. Do you if you want to wear pajamas in public, wear them in public. I don't like it. I don't have to look at it. I don't see I don't see where the anger is coming from. I guess I understand where the anger is coming from because some of it's jealousy. Yeah, I said jealousy. Some of it's jealousy. We've had years, black women have been told, our lips are too big, our hips are too big, we're too shapely. And you've had other races trying to duplicate that instead of just being happy with themselves, trying to duplicate that, and you're duplicating what you're criticizing, right? I mean, how many white people do I know that go to tanning booths or used to go to tanning booths? Those things are always packed. I mean, I'm just like, I don't think I could. I don't think I've ever seen a tanning booth place ever go out of business. Why? Why are you putting yourself in that type of because tanning booths are not, let's put it like this, tanning booths are not good because you got all that radiation in this enclosed space, right? And you just want to be darker. Now, yes, some black people do go to tanning booths because what they want to do is be even colored. They want to be even from their face, chest, everything be the same color. I get it. So yes, black people do go to the tanning booth. Not me, because I'm figuring, there's this thing. It's called the sun, and it pretty much makes me darker in summer and lighter in winter, and I just let it take control. But some black people who are probably around my color, my face is darker than my chest. My face is darker than my thighs or knees. Or my legs, because my face is what's exposed to the sun. My hands and my arms aren't even the same color. I mean, they're the same color, but they're not the same shade. So I get, yes, black people, before anybody puts it out there, yes, black people do go to tanning booths to make themselves more even. But for me, again, I thought when I heard black fatigue, I was thinking something totally different. I was thinking, the fight against racism and how we're tired of, our history being stripped, schools, whitewashing history. That's what I thought of, because that to me is a greater concern than a few white people who want to get their little feelings hurt. I'm just like, okay, oh, well, how can I say this and it makes sense? I don't care. If you have a problem with me wearing a bonnet, I'm a grown woman. If I want to wear a bonnet to the airport, guess what I'm going to do? Wear a bonnet to the airport. Heck, I'm wearing a blanket now because it's cold in this place, right? I get to be the one to determine what it is I wear and don't wear, right? I could care less about what your opinion of me is. And the reason I'm talking about this is there were 5 foolish black people. Yeah, I'm gonna call them that decided, well, Jason Whitlock. I know you all don't know that name, but Jason Whitlock used to be a sportscaster with ESPN. And he's black. I mean, he's black. He's African American. He's black. Okay, I can't take that away from him. He's a conservative. And when I say a conservative, I don't mean Michael Steele conservative. I mean Jason Whitlock says things against black people conservative. He's very, when he was with ESPN, he was very critical of black athletes. He was very critical especially LeBron James. And remember way back when the NBA players, they were going to go on strike because they wanted to call for racial justice. He was very critical. I mean, he was very critical of those players. And in general, he's very critical of black people, if I'm just being honest. I don't know whether it's self-hate, but he definitely has a problem with black people. I don't know what it is, but I've never heard him say anything positive about black people. And I'm trying to bring this up because I wish I could share this clip. But he had these people on his... Okay. I'm trying to... Oh, boy. I'm trying to find this video that he did so I could at least put it in the comment section. But again, he had this panel, him and 4 other black people. And again, in this respect, please pardon me, I'm using the term black very loosely, because what infuriates me most is black on black hate. That it irritates me. I don't understand it. I don't comprehend. There's nothing about a black person hating being black that I understand. Is it hard to be black? Yes, especially in the United States of America. We live in a colonized country. We can't get loans. We're attacked by the police. The system isn't for us. But I don't hate being black. I'm proud to be black. It's something I wouldn't trade for anything. I mean, there's no if I were to come back and I don't believe in reincarnation, I'm coming back black. Period. I have all of that in me. I have that love and appreciation for my culture. And it doesn't seem like he has that. It seems like he has this deep rooted hatred of blackness that it's hard for me to comprehend. How can you be black and hate being black? Did something happen to him? Did something like traumatic just affect his life? Like I said, I've never heard him say anything positive about black. I just never heard it. And again, guys, comment out here so I know I'm not the only person watching. So I would appreciate commenting, but I'm trying to find this because he had some people on his little town hall or okay. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this down because I can't listen to this. But he had Anton Daniels, Dr. Boyce Watkins, Shamika, who apparently has no last name, and Virgil, who apparently has no last name. So these five these five black people got together and decided, you know what? Let's just rat on the black community for about 2 hours. Let's say every negative stereotype about black people we can. And it seemed to me they were, because I watch clips, I'm not going to sit here and watch the whole thing. It seemed to me that they get some type of joy, like putting black people down. And what's surprising to me is that they're black and they're getting this joy. I'm not going to say I could understand a white person doing it, but it would kind of make more sense to me because they're not black. When I see this self-black hate, it's like, who raised you? Do you not realize your parents are black, your mother's black, or maybe you came from none of these people look biracial to me. I'm just going to say that. It's called Fearless. And I'm trying to this is my experience with black fatigue. I'm tired of black folk like Jason Whitlock. That's who I'm tired of. It's bad enough that I have to experience racism. It's bad enough I have to live in this system. Then I got to hear fools like this. Oh my gosh. Stop. I cannot. I keep saying the same thing over and over. I just can't understand it. Maybe somebody out there can explain to me, like, what type of level of self-hatred must you have? What happened to you? Did somebody hurt you? Seriously, there's nothing. Even when I was a kid and kids would call me Oreo, I'm still black. I still, I didn't argue with them because that's just not my nature. I'm like, yes, I am black. Just because I speak a certain way and act a certain way doesn't mean I'm black. I'm black, okay? And notice I didn't say they weren't black. But I wonder who's funding them. Because they're not saying this on their own attrition, right? They're not saying this because there's not money involved in this. There's got to be somebody funding this type of foolishness. And I wonder, I wonder who it is. Oh, Nelson's checked in. According to reincarnation theory, we don't have a choice of whom or what we come back as. The decision is up to divine deity. Okay, so now I learned something else because I thought you got to choose, but apparently you don't. But again, don't believe in reincarnation. That's not something I rock with. But again, always black power. Always going to be black power. But back to my point about who funds these people. What conservative group is out here paying for this? I'm real interested to know who's financially so. What black person, and I know I've been black all my life. I don't know any black person that has hatred for black people like these five here. I don't know what happened to Boyce Watkins. He used to be what I would call woke, but apparently that's not where the money is. I mean, they're literally going where the money is. I just wonder who's behind the money. Like, I wonder, is it well, it can't be the Koch brothers because there's only one Koch brother left. But who is it? Right? I just wonder. But on to the next subject. On to the next subject. I said I was going to talk about this. I'm definitely going to find this article. Let me get away from this. I'm not going to talk about that black statue, the statue of the black woman in New York City, because I think people are making a big deal again out of nothing. But I can understand why people are angry about that, but just not my thing for me to discuss. Okay, so I'm going to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene saves the day. And talk about she recently said the statement was made, we can't fight Israel's wars. And you would think, oh, somebody like AOC would say that, maybe a Pramila Jayapal, maybe a Bernie Sanders, possibly Kamala Harris. Nope. It was Marjorie Taylor Greene. She stepped in and stopped a terrible, terrible bill. Now, does this mean I'm going to coordinate on her with everything? No. But there was a bill in Congress that would have made it punishable with prison time, that if you criticize Israel, not criticize America, not criticize the American government, but if you had criticized Israel, you could face either deportation or prison time. I forget which one it was. AOC didn't stop that bill. Anna Presley didn't stop that bill. Rashida Tlaib didn't stop that bill. It was Marjorie Taylor Greene that stopped it. What chapter of the book of Revelations are we living in today? When I have to say that she did something right, heck has frozen over. It's frozen. It's a pond of frozen. It's New York City in the wintertime at Rockefeller Center when they're skating on the ice. That's what heck is right now. Because this right here, I'm just like, this is the person? If I was going to pick any person that would make a we can't fight Israel's wars, or I'm going to stop this bill from coming to the floor and voting against it, I would have picked anybody. I would have picked, well, I probably would have picked somebody Democrat because that's how dumb I am. I'm sitting here like, what? What? I would have picked, like I said, I would have picked anybody. Anybody. I almost would have picked Lauren Boebert. I would have picked Jasmine Crockett. I would have picked anybody. This is the last person that I suspected would ever make a statement that I completely agree with. Y'all, somebody got to help me in the comments because my mind is blown. My mind is sitting here like, what in the entire world is going on when I agree with anything that MTG has ever said? She's a nationalist. She worships Trump. She worships the ground he walks on. She's a nationalist because notice I don't use the word Christian nationalist. I could go on like when you use Christian and nationalist, to me, that's an oxymoron. You either one or the other. You can't be both. They're just neocon Republicans. To me, maybe there's a better word than Christian nationalist, but she definitely one of them. Oh, and they never talk about Jesus. Never. They always talk about God. They always do that. But this is the person. This is the person that talks about doing the right thing. I'm done. I'm done with the Democratic Party. I cannot. I can't understand. Like, what? My mind is sitting here like blown that she's the one that did it. And then I got to criticize the other side. She says, listen, because I'm reading some of her anti-war stances. She said USA aid to Israel. Green has expressed concerns about the amount of U.S. aid provided to Israel, suggesting that it could be better used at home. I agree with that comment. I'm sitting here amazed that I agree with that comment. She also states that Israel wait a minute. It was called the anti-Semitism bill. That's the one that she stopped. So I guess when she says America first, yeah, I can't even believe I'm at the point where I'm giving her compliments. I'm just sitting here flabbergasted that I'm doing that. I'm trying to read something else. It said where she said that. Then I'm like, I can't believe I'm agreeing to. Oh, here it is. Found it. In a YouTube video from 2025, Green questioned the extent of U.S. involvement in foreign wars, mentioning Israel as one example. She stated Americans don't know anything about the country, but they are told that they are the greatest threat to our freedom. No, that's not the one. Here it is. Green believes that Israel should dictate its own terms of defense and shouldn't be dictated by outside forces. I don't know if I agree with that. What's wrong with y'all Democratic Party? What's wrong with you? Really, that's how I'm going to end this discussion, because I can't. My mind is still like warped. When I agreed with Marjorie Taylor Greene, it's something wrong. It's wrong. There's something wrong when I'm saying, oh, she's got a point. There's nothing that I should agree with her about. She's wrong. The Jews did not have laser beams come to start the forest fires. And no, but yet and still, because of our current political climate and because the Democrats just literally do nothing, I'm agreeing with the woman that I'm naturally opposed to. And that makes me sick. Speaking of things that make me sick, if you have not watched the news today, former President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with, I'm going to get this right, metastatic. Nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just get it right. Let's see. He's been diagnosed with an aggressive stage of cancer, a prostate cancer. And according to this, let me just get this. I cannot with my phone today. Y'all, I'm more organized than this. I really am. Okay. Let me read this again. Yeah, here it is. President Joe Biden announces he's been diagnosed with an aggressive but treatable form of prostate cancer with metastatic to the bone. I got some problems with the left's response. And I'm going to say this, and I know I'm probably going to lose some subscribers, but oh, well, I'll just lose them. I cannot take joy in anybody being diagnosed with cancer. I don't care how much I dislike his policies. I don't know the man in person. He's not a friend of mine. We don't hang out. I know the policies that he's had, I have greatly disagreed with. But I'm wondering why the left is saying good riddance. And that makes me sick. I think we on the left really need to watch what we say, because it might be us. You know, as a person that had a abnormal mammogram and has had to go back and back, thank goodness no cancer, but I don't wish this on anybody. There's no amount of hate that I have in my heart that says, hey, I disagree with your policies, but I hope you get cancer. I don't know to the left what's wrong with us. We've got to stop this. It makes us look bitter. It makes us look mean. It makes us look heartless. We've got to stop this. We've got to stop saying, oh, it's God's judgment. First of all, you don't get to judge. That's not your job. It's not your turn yet to judge. So, poosh, be quiet. Half of y'all don't go. Let me shut up. I'm going to see. I was going to go there, but I'm not going to go there today with this. I just ask that we have a little compassion. It's okay to say, hey, I disagree with Joe Biden's policies. They were terrible. The 1994 crime bill, him protecting banks, being bought out by the banks, drone strikes, Israel. There's plenty of things for me to say. These things were terrible. But for me to say that I'm glad, that I'm happy that someone has cancer, to me, that's a step too far. And I would ask that, one, we stop that foolishness, because it makes us look as bad as the right that we criticize, right? It just makes us look just like the conservatives. We say, oh, they're heartless. Doing stuff like this, like saying, good riddance, just what you get. That type of attitude can't exist. Yes, disagree with the policies. Absolutely, positively. But to say, yep, cancer, just what you get. I don't get to make that determination. I think Rue, by the way, said it better than me. The good riddance response is one of eye for an eye, which Jesus said an eye for an eye. You have been taught, but I say no. You must forgive. That's what he said. There is no joy in another's pain. Alternatively, others may call it karma. Still no reason to take joy. Absolutely. There's no joy I get. You think I'm sitting here like, yeah, that 1994 crime bill, that was the best thing he ever did. No. I don't take joy in this. I am prayerful for a recovery. Yeah, I know that's going to shock a whole lot of y'all. I know that's going to make a whole lot of y'all mad because something's wrong with your heart. Something's wrong with you when you sit here and take joy in somebody getting a cancer diagnosis or somebody getting diagnosed with diabetes, heart disease, or whatever it is, right? I get that politics can get intense, but what I won't do is let it make me miss what my mission is. I'm commanded to love, whether I want to or not. That's a commandment for me. And as much as I disagree with somebody's policies, I'm never, ever, ever going to sit here and say, yep, that's just what they get. One, I don't have the ability to say that because it could be me, right? And I don't want somebody to say, yeah, Tracy, that's just what you get. Ha. I don't want to do that, right? There's a part of me that understands it, but there's another part where I say you need to fight against that and find that compassion, right? Because we'll sit here and we'll criticize the right and we'll say they have no compassion, they have no regards. And in this instance, we're doing the same thing. And I ask, don't do that. Have some compassion. Say you disagree with his policies, perfectly fine. But don't take joy in it because it could be you. It could be me. And we need to be mindful of that. And just keep that in mind that saying things like that, it makes us look terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So here is me, hoping for a full recovery because cancer stinks. I know my brother and sister-in-law, they recently lost a very, very close friend to cancer. My grandmother died of cancer. My father had cancer. Of course, I just told you about my mammogram that didn't go well. I don't have cancer. Thank goodness. I just have a benign little mass that we're going to take care of. But I'm just asking to exercise compassion. That's what I'm asking for. Exercise compassion. And that's all I'll say about it. Before I get to the draft or the NFL schedule, I'm tired of Indiana making the news. I'm tired of our lieutenant governor. Wait a minute. All these politicians can pardon each other so they don't have to get the punishment they deserve in their lifetime. But that doesn't give them a pardon from the Almighty. There you go, right there. That's who judges. That's who it is. It ain't me. It ain't me. Well said, Nelson. Absolutely. Back to my point. I'm tired of Indiana making news. The little drama with Lieutenant Governor Micah or Michael. I think it's Micah. Let me look this up real quick. Lieutenant Governor of Indiana. Okay, it's Micah Beckwith. I told you a couple weeks ago that Micah Beckwith pretty much said the Three-Fifths Compromise led to the abolishment of slavery. Boy, bye. And he didn't take it back, said he wasn't going to apologize. And the governor, Mike Braun, said, his response was very strange. He said, I wouldn't have chosen those words. Like he was okay. I think he said something to the effect of, I wouldn't have chosen those words. I would have said it better. Something to that effect. And I'm like, so does that mean you agree with him? He's like, no, let me backtrack for that. He said he shouldn't have said it. That's what he said. Correction. Micah Beckwith comes back and says to the governor, I don't work for you. Now, I kind of get where he's going. He says he works for the people of Indiana. Wonder how that relationship is going. And here's why I'm talking about it. So some Black clergy around the state have been calling for Beckwith to apologize. Why? Why do you want this man to apologize for anything? We don't need his apology. We know who he is. He's a white racist. That's what he is. That's what he deplores. I don't care if he's a pastor, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people call themselves things and they are not. Because if he was a pastor, he would have known better than to say some stupid foolishness like the Three-Fifths Compromise was a good thing and it led to the abolishment of slavery. Boy, bye. Boy, bye. Why are you wanting his apology? If he did give an apology, and it's been like a month and this is still going on, he wouldn't mean it. He would still continue, him and Braun would still continue to put Black people in Indiana in danger. Only 9% of Indiana's population is Black people. I think it's 9 or 10%. So there's less than $600,000. $600,000. Boy, you can tell where my mind is at. 600,000 Black people that live in Indiana. Why should he care about us? In his mind, we're not that big of a voting bloc. Now, obviously, he's wrong because Black people are a tremendous voting bloc when we actually show up. But why want his apology? What does his apology mean? It's not going to be sincere. It's not going to be, it's not going to change any policies. It's not going to change the fact that they took funding away from the only Black university in the state of Indiana. It's not going to change. Why are you wanting an apology? That's my question. Get it done. Oh, and this is getting me to another point. We need to, when public officials say something and they clearly say, hey, I'm not apologizing for this. Stop asking for an apology. They've told you what they're not going to do. Keep it moving. Run somebody against them. That's what you do. Because this administration, they're not going to all of a sudden start coming out with can't take laws. That's not going to happen. They're not going to make Juneteenth a holiday in the state. It's a holiday, but we don't observe it. They're not going to stop kicking Black people off of Medicaid. They're not going to stop any of those policies, right? Him apologize, it doesn't mean anything. And I'm wondering why it is that you want it so bad. If he would have apologized, a week, like a day after saying it. Well, okay, because we all misspeak. I misspeak, you misspeak, we all misspeak. That's one thing. This controversy has been going on 30 days, like almost a month, literally a whole month. And he's not budging. So stop asking for his apology. Don't ask for it. You're not going to get it. Keep it moving. Organize the Black community. Get these fools out of office because they don't deserve to govern the people of the state of Indiana. I'm tired of coming on here talking about how wackety wick whack that the state of Indiana is. It's getting on my nerves. It's bad enough that we're the KKK capital of the United States, but now I got to add a stupid lieutenant governor talking about, oh, the 3/5 compromise was a good thing and it led to the radicals, the end of slavery. No, it didn't. And he said it with confidence. Like he was confident on that thing. I'm like, dude, did you go to school? Did they teach you about the? Yeah, and they did. But he knows most, I mean, he's still talking about people or need to stop being woke, which just say you want people to stop acting like they care. Because woke means you feed the hungry, you clothe the naked, you make sure everybody has health care, make sure there's no homelessness. That's woke, but apparently you want to be asleep. That's okay. But stop this. I'm going to say this again. I'm tired of coming on this show and talking about how stupid the legislation is in Indiana. Oh my goodness, Indiana Democrats, do something. No, matter of fact, don't do anything. Let the Justice for All party take over. Because y'all just sitting there like, no, let it, because y'all ain't going to do nothing. Stand aside and support the Justice for All Indiana party. Because apparently y'all ain't doing nothing. But I implore the Black ministers, don't ask for an apology. Organize. Use this as an opportunity to organize, right? Use it, because this right here, I don't even. I wish somebody would comment, because I just like, is this everywhere? Like, lieutenant governors should not be making the news. A, saying that the 3/5 compromise is good. B, then turn around and telling the governor, hey, I don't work for you. And technically, he's right. Technically, he does not work for the governor. He works with the governor. He does work with the governor, because if the governor is unable to perform his duties, then Micah Bickwith would be the governor of Indiana. Oh, gosh. Ooh, now I got, ooh. This is sad. This is sad. So I'm saying this portion is for the Justice for All party of Indiana. We got to organize, because the Democrat Party, they not doing nothing. They are not doing a dang on squattity squat thing. We got to get these clowns. Wait a minute. Dr. West told me about clowns being actual performers. We got to get these cowards, these fools out of office. It's going to be up to us to save the state from itself, because we can't with the. I cannot keep coming on here, talk about how terrible my state is, talk about the state of government, talk about how bad it is. It's time to rise up. So that's mine. Indiana is a terrible place to be at. Oh, it's really, really cold in here. I'm sorry. I must have the air on like 10 or something. Last thing I want to talk about, I'm a football girl. 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 So I did not do, I wanted to do it, but I said no. The NFL released its schedule May the 14th. So help me, 99% of me wanted to jump on a live and do a live just about the schedule. I was going to go through all 32 teams, and I said, I think something else happened where I couldn't do it. But I'm going to show you my favorite team schedule, and we're going to get that up here. And tell you why I'm excited for December the 25th. And this I am going to share. I'm going to share this. I'm going to start off with the preseason and then go to the regular season. So, of course, if you all don't know, the San Francisco 49ers are the only football team that matters to me. I'm already going to go ahead and pick them as the Super Bowl winners because I have picked them as the Super Bowl winners every single year since I was 6 years old, and I'm not going to stop now. So basically, this is the team I think is going to win the Super Bowl. Blah, blah, blah. Argue with your mama because I ain't going to be the one. So I'm going to talk about who we are playing. Yes, Rue, by the way, preseason does count because if you play, I mean, it doesn't count in terms of records and playoff seedings, but it gets football back into my mind, right? Because then you figure like who's gonna make the team, who's gonna like are they gonna cut somebody? And I know they rest like their major star players, but you want to see who else makes the team. So to me, preseason game counts to me. But let's just again kick it off with preseason. So we start off with the Denver Broncos. Don't know whether the game is going to be. Oh, that's a home game. So we'll kick it off. I don't know what day that is though. And okay, so here's one I refuse to say. I'm going to say the Oakland Raiders. I know it doesn't say the Oakland Raiders. Don't get in my face. I'm going to keep on calling them the Oakland Raiders. I don't care if anybody else says that stays Las Vegas. It's the Oakland Raiders. Blah, 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 blah. So, and the next team, we also play the San Diego Chargers. No, I will not call them the Los Angeles Chargers. I will not. Will not. So it's the Broncos, Raiders, and Chargers. That's the preseason. So we're going to get to week 1. We are at Seattle. They have a new coach. They have a new quarterback. Geno Smith is gone now. He's with the Raiders now. Week 2, we are playing at the New Orleans Saints. Week 3, we are at home against the Arizona Cardinals. Week 4, we are at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Week 5, we are at, yes, I'm going to keep on calling this the Los Angeles Rams. See, now I called them the Los Angeles Rams because they started out the Los Angeles Rams. Then they moved to St. Louis and became the St. Louis Rams, but then they moved back to Los Angeles. So I'm cool with calling them the Los Angeles Rams. Okay, so we play the Los Angeles Rams. Then we are at Tampa Bay. Week 7, I don't see a bye week coming up here, okay? But week 7, we are at home against the Atlanta Falcons. Week 8, we are in Houston at the Houston Texans. Week 9, we are at the New York Giants. Week 10, we are at home against the Los Angeles Rams. Week 11, boy, when do we get it? I don't see a bye week so far here yet, but I guess I'll see it later. Week 11, we're at the Arizona Cardinals. Week 12, the Carolina Panthers come to San Francisco or San Matro to play. Week 13, we are at the Cleveland Browns. Now, we got beat by Cleveland a couple years back, and it just really, really, really bothered my soul. But they have a good defense, but they offense, terrible offense, great defense. Week 14 is the bye week. So there it is right there. We don't get a bye until week 14. Week 15, the 14th of December, Tennessee will be coming to town. And week 16, I want to come back to week 16. I'm going to skip week 16. I'm going to come back to week 17. The Chicago Bears come to town. And week 18, Seattle Seahawks. Let me tell you about Monday, December the 22nd. The 49ers, my 49ers, are coming to Indianapolis. Let me tell you, Tracy gonna be in the house. Tracy gonna be all the way in the house. Matter of fact, that's my birthday present. My birthday is in January, days after. But well, December the 22nd, which is a Monday, I'm gonna be in Lucas Oil Stadium with my 49er gear on, cheering my 49ers, because it's like every 16 years that they come to Indianapolis. We play each other every 8 years, but 8 of those years the Colts go to San Francisco, and the other 8 years San Francisco comes to us. San Francisco comes to us. I'm not a Colts fan. Every 8 years, San Francisco comes to Indianapolis. So y'all already know. If you were so inclined to drop some, if you so inclined, and I'm gonna get me a good seat. The seat that I want is $325. Do I have $325? No. But guess what? I'm gonna do something. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna be at that game December the 22nd. Point the blank, the period. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be at the game December the 22nd. That is a Monday night. I'm going to take the day off work. And because in Lucas Oil, that's where the Colts play, you can't bring anything except for the ticket. But I have to bring my insulin pump, because I carry insulin. I have an insulin pump. So I'm gonna have to carry that in my pocket, be like, hey, I got this insulin pump. Here you go. Scan it, whatever you do. Yeah, I can't wait. December 22nd. December the 22nd. December the 22nd. I will be in Lucas Oil cheering on my 49ers, point blank, period. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Preseason is the time that a secondary gets a chance to impress the coaches, so they play above and beyond by pushing themselves hard. Yeah, see, that's why I like watching preseason, because they're trying to make Nelson. I thought about it. I ain't gonna lie. The thought crossed my mind. I'm not gonna do it. But it did. It kind of like, how am I going to get $325? Where am I going to get? I ain't going to lie. The thought, it crossed my mind. Am I a bad person for saying that? Because, I mean, I thought about it, but not going to do it. But the thought, it did cross my mind. Nice to get that late bye week. Our week is week 5. Okay, Rubai, what? Who is your team? Is it Green Bay? Is Green Bay your team? I don't know. I think Green Bay is your team. But yeah, y'all came real close to me doing a whole, here the schedule. I'm going to go through all 32 teams. I was real close to doing it. And I think I was just tired that day. And I'm just like, I'm not going to go live. But December the 22nd. Okay, so I was right. It's Green Bay. Let's see who they play, just because you're here. Now, I'm not going to share the screen, because not going to do that. So they play, your preseason, they play the Jets, the Colts, the Seahawks, and the Lions. But they already played the Lions in the... Okay, that don't make sense. How they going to play the Lions in preseason and the Lions are in their division? That don't make no sense. Okay, so then they got the Commanders, the Browns, the Cowboys, the Bengals, the Cardinals, the Steelers, the Panthers, the Eagles, which they will lose, the Giants, the Vikings, the Lions, the Bears, oh my, the Broncos, another game against the Bears, week is, you do got an early bye. Yeah, you do got to buy. Packers fans, since before you were born, Lions is week 1. Don't look forward to winning that game. I'm just saying, because them the Lions, and I ain't been good for. It's not that the Packers are terrible. I mean, they're not the Niners. Who's gonna be the Niners, right? But yeah, I don't see a win coming from there. But hey, these games haven't even been played yet, so what the heck I know. But it's gonna be a great season. But again, I'm probably gonna talk about December the 22nd. I might be mistaken, but I heard the Jets might be getting a quarterback from the Browns because we need it. Yes, y'all do need a quarterback, but y'all should be glad that y'all don't have Aaron Rodgers. Oh my gosh, the diva. Dude is a diva. Ugh, I don't even know who he's playing with. I don't care. Retire. That's my word to Aaron Rodgers. Retire. You got your Super Bowl ring. You're one of the best. I may not like you, but you know what? I said, hey, you have missed the playoffs with love. That's true. And my team did miss the playoffs last year. San Francisco does something that irks me. It's either we'll miss the playoffs or we'll go to the Super Bowl. It's one or the other. It's like we don't know anything in the middle. It's either we miss the playoffs or we just go to the Super Bowl. It's like, you know what? Super Bowl this year. Point blank period. I told y'all I picked the same team. The Browns need to get rid of a quarterback. Steelers in need. Yes, for some reason. Now, this is what I don't understand about Pittsburgh. They got rid of Russell Wilson, who did like a feasible job, like a good job. And then they got rid of the guy that they actually drafted, which I can't think of his name. They got like rid of both. I don't understand the theory behind that. Like, why did they get rid of both of their quarterbacks? I'm like, this makes no sense. Like, I get Geno Smith going with the Raiders because Pete Carroll is now the coach and he's had great success under Pete Carroll. Okay. But do they not want to win? Like, they had Russell Wilson, who, again, I thought was doing a pretty decent job. I mean, he's a good pocket passer. He can run when he needs to. I don't get why they got rid of him. But, of course, he's with the Giants now. I don't know why, but ever since Rodgers showed less than satisfying ever, it made me angry. It should. Like, why did he leave Green Bay in the first place? Because he didn't like the coach. Dude, you stunk it up with the Jets. You stunk it up. And there's a rumor that he might be coming to San Francisco. Oh, no. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely. Bleepity bleep. No. No, 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 no. You leave us alone. I know you grew up a 49er fan and all that, so did Tom Brady. But you know what? He ain't played with the 49ers, and neither should you. Just let that dream sail by. You're never gonna be no. I was already upset when Richard Sherman when he became a 49. Oh, I was hot mad. I'm like, oh no, oh no. Y'all mad at Rodgers? He left. Now he's all laughs. It's because he's a diva. Like, he's such a he makes every team he played with worse. I mean, he's basically following in Brett Favre's who used to be a quarterback with Green Bay. Watch he be the quarterback at Minnesota. He'll do the same thing Brett Favre did. It'll be Green Bay, Jets, Vikings. Guaranteed. He's not going to be a 49er. I bet not. Bet not. And he came because Selah used to be the coach of the Jets. He got him fired. And Selah, thank goodness he came back to be the defensive coordinator of the Niners, which is why I'm so hopeful about this season. Because now we got somebody that knows that can coach our defense. We just need a good offensive line, but that defense, they played real sorry last year, and that really upset me. I'm like, y'all know y'all can play better defense than this. I don't wish him on no team. To be honest, Owen, be a quarterback's coach. That's fine. You want to be a quarterback's coach? Don't be our quarterback's coach. You know, be somebody else's. Ain't Green Bay's problem, just like Favre after Green Bay deluge. But what you don't want to happen is will Love take that same pattern, right? Because Brett Favre did it. Aaron Rodgers did it. Will Love fall in that same pattern? That's what I'm wondering. But again, why Pittsburgh got rid of their quarterbacks? And why do the Cleveland Browns have like 18 quarterbacks? Oh my goodness. I'm going to just name all of, see, now I'm on football, but oh well. Cleveland Browns quarterbacks 2025. They got Joe Flacco, Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders. How in the heck do they got all them quarterbacks on one team? I get like Deshaun Watson will be the starter. I know it's a whole lot of Shedeur Sanders fans out there. Deshaun Watson will be the starter for the Cleveland Browns. Joe Flacco is also one of the ones, probably, Joe, it's time for you to hang it up and be a quarterback coach. It just is. Dude, hang it up. It's okay. You won a Super Bowl. It's okay. But he would be the backup. I'm going to make a bold prediction. I don't think Shedeur is going to stay with Cleveland. I see him either going to New Orleans or Pittsburgh. One of those two. I don't see him. It's too many quarterbacks with Cleveland. Like, they got like 15, like, all those, they got 4 quarterbacks. Like, could y'all stop with the other quarterbacks? I mean, come on. They don't even got a picture of Dylan Gabriel. I mean, they don't even know. I mean, yeah, I think Shedeur is going to Pittsburgh. I'll take a decade of superior play in a ring if Love can repeat what Favre and Rodgers did. That's true. Watson injured, Flacco starter. Sanders will be odd man out. I do think Sanders will be the odd man out. That's why I think he's going to be heading towards either New Orleans, because they don't. I don't even know who the quarterback for New Orleans is. Like, who do they have as quarterback? So I can see him with them, or like I said, Pittsburgh. One of those two. But I don't see Flacco staying. See, this is where I also think. I think if Watson's injured, Flacco's, because he's older, he may be more susceptible to injury, and that mainly Sanders, because Sanders is going to start over that Dylan person. I mean, think about it. He's Deion's son. He can't not start. You can't not start him. Well, he got drafted 5th round. You could not start, but like I said, I don't think he stays with Cleveland. I think he gets sent to, like I said, either New Orleans or Pittsburgh, because neither one of those teams has a quarterback. And now Russell Wilson, if I'm correct, which I know I'm right. Wait a minute. Yeah, they only have 2 quarterbacks. They have Russell Wilson and Tommy DeVito. New Orleans Saints quarterbacks. Who? Yeah, see, yeah, this team really need. They have Jake Haener, Haener, and Spencer Rattler. Don't know who either one of those are. Yeah, I can see Shadur going to that team. Pittsburgh Steelers quarterbacks. It says here, AI said the Steelers quarterback situation for 2025 is uncertain. With the possibility of signing free agent Aaron Rodgers, yeah, good luck with that, Mike Tomlin, because you'll get fired next. Or potentially drafting a quarterback in the coming weeks. I don't think they did. They currently have Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson under contract, but the team intends to add at least 2 more quarterbacks through the draft or through free agency. So those are the 2 teams that I think desperately you know what? Because the Jets don't have a quarterback either. Let me see. New York Jets. You know what? No, they got Justin Fields. They got Justin Fields, who used to be with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Tyrod Taylor, and Adrian Martinez. That could happen. That it's a possibility. I don't know how strong it is. Gabriel drafted round 3. The coaches wanted Gabriel. But it's got look, Pittsburgh. I'm not even a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Don't you? If y'all like Mike Tomlin, which apparently most of you do not bring in Aaron Rodgers. He is a coach killer. Every time, every team he's gone with, the coach has been fired. Think about it. Mike McCarthy, fired. Coach of the Jets, fired. If you don't want Mike Tomlin to be the 3rd one, you better hope you stay away from the team. And look here, Rodgers, don't be coming in my team. No, you are not welcome. I do not want you. You are terrible. I'm not gonna say you're terrible, because you're still Aaron Rodgers, no matter how much you agitate me. But that guy is a culture killer. Oh my goodness, no. I would hope that he would just retire, and just, like, right off in the sunset, go Jack, go to the Hall of Fame, because he's going to the Hall of Fame. Like, I'm not even going to sit here and try to argue that he wouldn't. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. But I don't want him to be no, because let me tell you who 49ers have as quarterback, and then we're going to end this thing. Okay, so we have, of course, we only have 2 quarterbacks. And this is what's scary about him possibly coming to the 49ers. We have Brock Purdy and Tander Mordecai. Oh! And and he's expressed interest I don't even want to put that in the air. Yeah, I would be devastated. I don't know if I would like be more devastated this or the Richard Sherman. No, I'd be more devastated. If Aaron Rodgers becomes a 49er, I will be heartbroken. Will I stop liking the team? No. I've been a 49er fan since I was 6 years old. It ain't going to stop today. But who with two quarterbacks, because I know we're going to need at least three, right? We need three because, Brock Purdy, sometimes he get injured, with that throwing hand. It ain't always good. But oh no, don't do it. Don't do it, San Francisco. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, so let me calm myself down because no, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, I talked way longer about the draft than I thought because I literally forgot some of that stuff. Thank you all for watching. I think we had a really interesting show. And I'm gonna let Nelson have last words because he's right. Aaron Rodgers' persona does not match his abilities. Like I said, he's going to the Hall of Fame. I mean, he's not my favorite. His attitude makes me sick, but first ballot, no doubt about it. Be a quarterback's coach. That's what you do. Be a commentator. Like you could be a commentator. Just sit there. Tom Brady did it. Troy Aikman did it. Just do that. You don't have to come to no team because really, for real, we ain't feeling you like that. But I do agree with you that his persona didn't match with his abilities because in his heyday, he had abilities. I mean, he could throw a pretty ball. I don't know if that's an ability or not, but I'm like, oh, that's the prettiest throw I've seen in a long time. And he would rarely throw an interception. You'd be like, dang, he threw that all the way down there and that didn't get intercepted. But it's going to be a great season. It starts September. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. When does the NFL season start? The season starts September the 4th. Which y'all know that means that this last show is going to be August the 31st. Will be the last show of Tracy's Weekend Review. Because come football season, I tell you now, that's all I'm going to be watching. And then college football kicks in. That's going to be Saturday. Then NFL on Sunday. Then Monday Night Football. Then Thursday Night Football. But we got a little bit while to go. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Subscribing helps me to build this channel. Remember to share, like this episode, share this episode, and remember on September the 20th, I'm going to go right up to it so I can make that final announcement. September the 20th, I am holding a channel fundraiser. The goal is to raise $700. The tickets are $25, but you have enough time to save up for it because it's not till Saturday, September the 20th. Get your tickets now. Nelson said it better than anybody else. Start saving up for your tickets. It's going to be a fun event. I promise you're going to have a lot of fun, and you're going to help me to continue this channel going. I appreciate you all. I will see you Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then at 7 for Justice is Here podcast. Then we will have I want everybody to have a great evening. Again, pardon the blanket, but I must have turned the air conditioner down to below freezing because it's cold. It's cold in here, but that's okay. It's better than heat outdoors. Thank you all for watching. Have a great evening. See you on Saturday.